I mean, I watch your Instagram videos, and you know, you've been training how long? 30? How many? I mean, I've been training
45 years heavy.
40. So that's the key word, heavy. You've been training 45 years heavy, and you're asking, ask these champions about how they change their style of training. But you personally have kept the weight heavy. I mean, you could probably maintain your physique with less weight. Why do you choose to still train that way after so long? And how have you managed to not fall to bits?
That's what leads me to that question that I asked you, is that the other day I did behind the neck press, which like society says nobody should do, with 315 for reps. Now, most 20-year-olds or most champions don't do that.
Yeah.
And now you got somebody my age, is probably the age of most grandfathers, still doing this. Yeah. And I think the point there would be that I'm training in a sense of understanding that it's the bone density and the connective tissue needs to be the strongest. If that can hold together, that I can have full range of motion. Muscle is such a secondary thing, and that's what happens when bodybuilders are so driven on, I just want the muscle.
Yeah.
I don't care about the weight. I don't care about this. I just want to win the show and look a certain way. And that's great. And that's I fully understand, because it does look good. And these bodies are art pieces, and I love them. But if you can keep an open mind on, okay, as I do this, as I create this body that's going to be beautiful, can I also save the body and make it stronger so I can be athletic, healthy? I was training with a guy in his 40s today that played 10 years in the NFL. Now, we have a choice in weightlifting. We choose the weight. Is that right?
Yep.
So we can kind of control the punishment we put on our bodies. And so this is where the mindset thing, I think, with with Dorian Yates, football players, wrestlers, MMA fighters, and Ronnie Coleman come into play. There's such a difference between doing something safe for a long period of time and just wanting to be a champion. Those are two different things. And I don't think people understand that. I think everybody wants to be a champion, but then if you ask them at the end of the day, so is it the trophy, or are you just looking good and being healthy for your life? What's more? And that's something that needs to be asked. I know that's kind of off the subject and we kind of switch there, but that all goes together, because what I'm trying to say about training and being healthy and me being able to do this, 45 years heavy.
Yeah.
It was early understanding that what I was doing was right. So I got to Golds. I'm training with Tom Plaza, my first training partner, and all these guys.
Wow.
Mike Quinn and all. Right?
Oh, yeah. Nice.
I was set in a candy store.
Yeah.
Now, I came from a hardcore powerlifting background as when I first did my first meet at 13. So I've done this for a good 7-8 years competing, and I was already in the nationals. And so I get to Golds, and I'm stronger than these guys. Didn't look anything like them. I was good enough to be on the cover of magazines and all that, and I had knowledge to be on the covers and in the magazines, but I didn't look like Tom Plaz. But the understanding that what I was doing was different. And if I can just stay consistent, which is the hardest trait for a human, if I can just stay consistent, keep doing what I'm doing, the side effect of how I was training, I would build muscle. It would just be a slower period of time. But I would build a stronger foundation that I could never lose. And so for me, I just stayed on that path. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm stubborn, but I never wavered from that path, which has paid dividends because all the guys I was with in the 80s aren't there anymore. And so it's like, okay, so I did something right. Now, how can I make it even better for everybody else? For all these young kids that are growing up right now, how can we make this even better for them?